news leader. This is Passe Partout.
Good morning, I'm Renee Allen. Once again, thanks for joining us. In St. Landry Parish, the community came together to send a message in hopes of putting an end to gun violence in Eunice. A reenactment was held Saturday to send that message. It was called "The Funeral Was Canceled" and was designed to bring awareness. Again, it's a message a local pastor and others want to stress. News 10's Rodrika Taylor was there.
Counseling the funeral is an opportunity for us to take a real in-depth look at what really, what reality really is in our communities.
I think that this reenactment of violent crimes, stemming from different situations would wake up not only some of the young people, but also the adults.
And reenactment called "The Funeral Is Canceled" is a movement to stop violence. Pastor Lawrence Levi says he has been doing this event for a year and a half.
Eunice is suffering with the same problem that they're suffering with worldwide, which is epidemic of murder, with young black men, killing each other.
The gun violence has to stop. It does. It has touched so many people in Eunice.
The most recent person killed in gun violence in Eunice was 17-year-old Tavon Favors. His mother was there in support.
She loved it. She was very grateful. She was thankful.
The event touched home for many people like Natalie Johnson, who is a nearby business owner. She said she lost her son to gun violence.
It really showed us exactly what goes on, with these kids growing up in gun violence, and it's a realistic moment for us, without it actually being real.
Also, Marcus Thomas joined the movement after losing someone.
I was close to somebody that passed away around here, and I wanted to be involved in the movement and help people and make people do some changes.
Strong messages of
carrying a gun is not okay. Going to jail is not okay.
The movement's effort is to bring change.
Let's come together. Let's sit down at a table, with the concerned citizens of this community so that we can make it better and healthier.
And Pastor Levi hopes Eunice embraces the event and looks forward to going back to Eunice to do more there. And speaking of gun violence, Broussard police need your help tracking down the person responsible for shooting that injured a juvenile inside his home. It happened in the 100 block of Ned L Street shortly after midnight Friday. Officers found the young victim was hit by gunfire after shots were fired at the residence. The victim was taken to the hospital and was last listed in stable condition. The Lafayette Police Department has hired its first officer who took part in their High School Explorers program. It's an amazing story of fighting crime plus a dream coming true. News 10's Neil Zarang spoke to the cadet.
The youngest person can become a Lafayette police officer is 20 years old, but these kids are starting their training as young as 14, and the original class is just old enough now to become officers themselves.
114 and 115 shows 97. Don't move.
What I got to do in high school got to show me that I'm really interested in this and there's nothing else that I would want to do.
Cameron Cormier was in the Lafayette Police Explorer program when it launched in 2014, and after pursuing a criminal justice degree at UL, he is training at the police academy for his badge. Although he's the first former Explorer to join LPD, dozens are bound to follow in his footsteps.
I started extremely scared. I did not have a voice at all. I was very timid and I didn't really know too much about what I was doing.
Haley DeGell is a high school senior. Through 4 years of bi-monthly meetings and summer camps, she's learned gun safety, tactics, codes, laws, community service, and how to respond to calls. After a year in the program, any kid can ride along with an officer to apply what they learned.
It's a crazy experience just to know, hey, this is what my officer is going to do next. And hey, this is what I can do to assist my officer in this moment.
212. 297.
We're the only parish right now that offers the Explorer program.
Sergeant Robin Green had the idea to relaunch the program, and she's been an instructor ever since. She sees it as a recruitment tool, but also a service to teens who don't go into law enforcement.
They get to kind of walk a mile in our shoes.
I met so many officers that were so beneficial in building me as a young person and also to push me to be what I want to be as a police officer and also as a human being.
Sergeant Green told me they've had kids as far as Rain or Opelousas come and join their program, so if you don't have it near you, she welcomes kids to join any time of year. Reporting in Lafayette, Niels Rank, ALFY News 10.
Now to Texas, near Fort Worth, where several hostages were held inside a synagogue. As of this morning, they've been rescued. The standoff we're hearing lasted nearly 12 hours. Deborah Alfarone has the latest on this.
The terrifying hostage situation that began during morning services at a Texas synagogue ended with the safe rescue of several people who were being held inside.
The HRT, the hostage rescue team, breached the synagogue. They rescued the 3 hostages, and the subject is deceased.
Police were first called to the synagogue around 11 a.m. in Colleyville, just as Sabbath prayers were being held in person and streamed live. Officials said a man took several hostages, possibly including the synagogue's rabbi. On a live stream, the man can be heard saying he was the brother of a convicted terrorist who's being held in a federal prison in Texas. SWAT teams and FBI agents have been on the scene throughout the day. The rabbi has been known to reach out to those of the Islamic faith.
He has been to all our religious festivals, and we have been to the synagogue on their religious festivals.
Members of the local Muslim community came out to express support for the synagogue congregation.
To say our Jewish brother that we are behind them and we full support them and against this, condemn this act.
White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki tweeted Saturday evening that President Biden was briefed throughout the day by senior officials. Deborah Alfarone, CBS News.
Then snow blanketed northwest Arkansas and its roads on Saturday. Crews worked to keep the roads clear for drivers and apparently did a great job of it. And that's according to our sister station there. Meanwhile, the wintry weather storm has caused dangerous traveling conditions elsewhere. Elise Preston is in Moline, Illinois, where snow is said to be falling there as well.
Already today, snow fell at a rate of more than an inch an hour, creating near whiteout conditions and turning driving hazardous. This truck flipped on the interstate north of Des Moines. No one was hurt. The driver of this car was hurt after losing control and rolling off the highway.
Out in the open spaces out there, everything drifts over, so it's real hard to be able to get through.
Meanwhile, in Georgia, preparations are already underway for snow and ice expected to arrive by Sunday.
You can't fool Mother Nature. We all know that. So we're doing everything pre-storm that we can.
Virginia has been prepping Interstate 95 since yesterday.
You're looking at I-95 in Stafford County. Look at that.
Aiming to avoid a repeat of last week's 40-mile standstill that stranded hundreds of drivers in freezing temperatures, some overnight. And with the storm approaching the East Coast, shoppers from Georgia to Maryland were already stocking up.
We are prepared. We started preparing days ago for the forecast that was coming down the pike.
Up to half a foot of snow is expected here before morning. It's a storm. Airlines are watching closely. They've already began waiving fees for people who decide to change their plans and not travel this holiday weekend. Elise Preston, CBS News, Moline, Illinois.
Monday is Martin Luther King Jr. Day. For many, celebrating the civil rights activists started this weekend. Local dignitaries in New Iberia joined in this year's MLK parade, put on by the PUSH organization. Mayor Freddie DeCord, new City Marshal Dickie Freeman, and District Judge Roger Hamilton served as the Grand Marshals.
So that's what we're trying to achieve through this, is impacting people's lives culturally, economically, and politically to bring us to a higher level of global consciousness on this earth.
The event was Christian-based as Martin Luther King Jr. was a minister. The keynote speaker was Reverend Crystal Broussard Randall. Meanwhile, it's also carnival season for you, and Lafayette Crew de Amusement 16th. Say that 16 times, huh? Held a Mardi Gras ball last night at the Cajun Dome Convention Center. The Nothing But Sheer Enjoyment event featured pageantry, dinner, and lots of dancing. Checking in with Trevor Sonia over